Cecilia Dapaah was cleared by the OSP. Over the weekend, somebody from the research department of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Answer said no, nowhere in the documents I must submit it to Yoko, and I said Obi, and the chair said, "Mama, no, you're clear no." In the case, the question I be say, I want to say, issue I buy ya back and forth for a kobai, make catch or say, enkonkusia gap, because under Akuffo Addo government, there is no commitment, there is no willingness on the part of anybody. Say corruption, a high risk venture. Say be a bit detail will be say corruption consequences be the very important so back Kayabra statement in the Bible in the midst of this whole scandal about over millions of dollars a minister of state them not own to mention by BSS Kano constitute to state body say on your investigation into the matter. The president was very bold and very categorical. And say, Onimpefe say, Aya mami on friend Cecilia Dapaah will eventually come out clear. Nothing will happen to her. Lo and behold, here we are. So we heard the contradictory statement coming from the OSP and Yoko and then the Attorney General. Clearly, a child said there is this deliberate attempt to get the woman off the hook because the government is never interested in say prosecuting one of their own. So coming back to the this war babedruene. Man for two President Dean say indeed he's a clearing agent because so we had this back and forth. A course between these state institutions. I'm sure say you'll be ashamed. What in China one kasakra a ferry near new woman. That is one of the issues I ever come in there. And then Ghana no the kind of Republican mind yet to say. I don't know because of Kaya incident na isi wo kaswa. Abrantie binya kokoduro ya say okọ kaswa ne important ho there aye Millennium City ho a. The guy is a celebrated land guard. Manfo nim no. On top of that, I'm told or your chief Eba no mate say yesi ahemfo binum de nkrata aba bontin this only him say onye ohene na me bisa me ho say abrante no kan say oye ohene na the pictures yesoa no circulate all over the social media na sa ahemfo no na obo ohefa na adenti no munim say onye hene at the time I want coming up to tell people say indeed guy no enye ohene na na samaba no everybody is running away from him. That is how dishonest our people can be. Aba bontin no there were rumors flying on various social media platforms indicating say Abrante no kun soja ni no Ben Lord no an operative of the national security you find saying national security Okroma say. So what person what the history of the national security Okroma go back to Ayawaso West Wagon. You find say commission of inquiry now you set it up no how the commission got enlisted certain hoodlums into the organization. This is an organization that is supposed to be an intelligent organization. An intelligent organization. So here, the backdoor approach, some of the ways I am not sure say why the output is like this. So today, there is this contention out there. Say, guy na obiya nim say oye langard or the oye langard our kaswano. Yes, say or a national security operative. I'm a national security minister. Ababonting Abaka say no. The gentleman is not an operative of the national security. But court documents na police for na present ya ye kodi asem no. Ehon na kwako piem say abrantie no a member of national security. So the question I be say national security minister. Any the police na charge sheet in so ya trust Abrante ni national security no, and there has been a number of your friends and testimony from people who nim sa Abrante no a mo kire pefe say or ye adwuma national security. But elto way no everybody is running away from incident na no international security so ye nim no or he's not our member. Police if also court and he said the gentleman is a member of national security. And I back and forth, back and forth. This is Ghana for you, a funny republic. So it's one issue I think say nah, yabasian tenase na yashim because what's in China now we anticipate say yapesa Ghana a move to the direction of your pa. You see, on mine a move sa keke. There are a number of things I say see and some of mine see kwemu. But where even among state institutions where there is this sharp contradiction, just say sometimes it's so funny. And then we flip back to the economic table. There is a number of who say many multinational companies are moving away from Ghana. The last time I told you, said the economic climate in Ghana and yet conducive for businesses. And say some of the platforms now a number of companies are move away from this country, and their reasons are simple. The business climate, the environment, and they're fertile into all your businesses now, or more profit than as for threatened, so they don't think they are conducive. So instead of more wasting money within this economic landscape, now then they will rather focus on other economies or move say or modisika wulema on benyam faso. This should be a major concern. And one of them, your friend is a Societe General Bank. Matisa Amamfoeka said they are not living because say Ghana environment in Enya. So what's your statement now? Almost in the sub-region or more economic activity, profit or more posting as a forum, and quaying as a forum. So more kasa or more tanaha. So they are even though they are moving away from other African countries now, but any of mining you move away from within the country, or more share the terrain as steady here. Said the economic transaction then or more profitability then as for AC echo. But annuity, I'll mention a number of companies since last year or more move away, major companies or more move away from Ghana. And all of them, their reasons has been simple. The climate in a woman, taxes are buying so good so they said the business environment in the city CD and the dollar now and stable no ama inflation numbers in as for them and my business in as for more year and con kind more or it's your mind more. We've been complaining about the surging unemployment situation at facing the youth, hoping say some of these multinational companies their presence and at least bit me up this surging crisis. But unfortunately cannot survive. How much more? Your friend say, yeah, you go that. And what are the measures? Just to ensure so you bet me build a certain economy, a bit me sustain some of these multinational companies. Na atimejina na nhihye ben ye send dia go akwan ya hu say when these companies across the sea and the borders to come to our country at no the day activities no more year no will benefit the ordinary and the average Ghanaian. We've seen a lot of these companies coming to this country, make profit, make a lot of money, but in the end workers are more formal crying as a form living condition, working conditions as a for a nobody pays critical attention to some of these things. So I think it's quite an interesting conversation. Even your numerous topics in the means. First one, me say, Yabeshe Cecilia Dapaah case ya echo back and forth. The national security, the OSP, and then the UOKO. Akwaye say Chaskele no more boss Cecilia Dapaah case in this. According to your friend is a Godfrey Odameno, or say the OSP and a Kelly issue no. OSP is a Munyan Kelly issue no. Let's say issue no a criminal case. There is no expiry date. What if you want to open a criminal inquiry into an alleged case of corruption? So what stop us? Say OSP ne say Onyan Klusuya Yoko our mandate. I'll bet me I've started the whole investigation afresh. And a question is say Yoko attended to the mandate not to prosecute but to investigate. How does it become necessary? Say an investigative body, clothing with powers to investigate. About Kochura, Attorney General say, should I proceed to do investigation? And take care, because this is a body, pen mandate na. Your friend is saying, no, or whole crime. Say or investigating prosecution and you take advice from the AG. But when it comes to investigation, you don't need to rely on AG's advice before you do investigation. but they are telling us abro munya nkrata from the attorney omunya nkrata from OSP hono, then they wrote to the AG and on also catch almost say some na omu investigate no yang building any premise for money laundering and as a form until they should just stop it. But I thought OSP ne catch say only mandate say obahwehwe money laundering and as a form enunti na ojai case no de akwa Yoko. And the Yoko wunya sa case now trokoma attorney general now catch say because OSP no and lay any premise bia for yebetimi agina so e dey money laundering investigation na say for anti on cut that particular case na and I say on shut down investigation on that possibility. The question is was any deliberate attempt to kill the matter. It's deliberate, and that is what we are going to walk through today. And may I sure say what will be a call back and forth. Those of us are not your hope is at least say issue no enkosi baby krana ye betimi ahwehwem I give you certain clarity. Ama the average and the ordinary Ghanaian hoping say corruption fight ne betimi take it to a different level. No na come better no say at least we did something. But this abrupt end I bring it to this particular matter. Our government is seeking to tell us investigation into Cecilia Dapaah whatever today is done. Your close case, and the outcome they say no criminal findings and a yetimi initiative and as yetimi nyaye against the woman Cecilia Dapaah. And did that $1 million and crown fire and other monies and nego. According to special prosecutor, Sikano munye free ma no when the guna accounts in the guni demo no per letters no submit the woman could not explain sources of those particular monies na or onya no. And there is a room I bet to investigate amaya get to the sources of those money the baby free buy. But ya said that use this your friends tactics in as a form this legal gymnastics and then as a form just to fool the average and ordinary Ghanaians. At least we attempted to do something. Ya pa could do baby, ya kape, we have ended it there. When in reality, the issues now beg for answers at the ordinary and the average Ghanaian is seeking clarity and clarification to know. None of them was attended to. None. Because I heard Yoko, my woman say Yoko in the pa or da Aya ma me no mo fo ne tiwa adodan is it tiwa adodan kwa something yes ona no yes CID boss A+ issue bi ba na or can share say A+ in Canada ntum because omum pese president anim begu ase is the same woman and I say wa broni ne abrante ya wo so free MPP na hopes na doye ene ni nya case a yes okoye recording ewo CID headquarters I once and said Bribaya or Matana no. I the same as Tiwa ya Anna. I tapra the girls and the ya over catch so Omohu girls no actually over catch said na or can say ya parenting as for Akuma Betomuyam is the same person. So when a near money the all ye na she has proven sufficiently say she's part of the regime and she's ready to do everything to ensure say you bet me protect this particular regime. So on na what they are no command you shouldn't expect anything. I bet me I found any negative outcome be against the integrity of this particular government. That is why I started and I told you point blank said this Cecilia Dapaah case enko baby and then why na yakwa ya babedru ende because OSP need an investigation, on one case so mandate. I'll bet him proceed I make it that particular investigation, to need logical conclusion without even handing over that particular way. Because I engage in the home our corrupt activities. Or sika manya sika say gume them. Your only interest has to do with the source of the money. So you investigate till you get to the source of the money. Issues of money laundering as for Burma. Yes, you can refer that portion to Yoko to do the investigation while you also proceed with the OYE. Yes, Mokatre said there has been this correspondences between you have an OSP and FBI and then as a forum, and you see they are telling us correspondence is no money FBI for you know a come with certain your friend is saying Niamabi Woma, they cannot divulge details to other agency. In the OSP, a document from the FBI, and they cannot, they don't have the clearance to share with other agency. So, and they are telling us that they can't work it out. So, in conclusion, you know, this intra-agency collaboration, has a stake. And they are telling us that Yoko cannot get in touch with the say FBI, say we brief you or more, whatever information, and also get clearance. Now when you access to whatever investigation, special prosecutor no, regarding this particular matter, no more koso, no more your dear. The reality and the truth of the matter is that this whole charade, this whole circus was never aimed at finding any guilt and as investigating anything via a idea media nabano among for buofu. So the government was only trying to do something, say at least but in reality they knew they were doing nothing. And until accept no ababejina for no single finding. And yet to me, Akase Cecilia Dapaah aye. But till date, none of these institutions let me actually where those monies came from. Till date. Because you are telling us a maminu for yentimi establish any criminal case be per all the criminal inquisition yentumi am find any adverse will be against the woman. Na sikana egun account sikana ewo ne fie no sources of the money no any then that will bring clarity to the average and ordinary Ghanaian all follow the matter. But you're telling us that you have concluded woman has been cleared till date. Where the sources of those money no Omon kanjiro bia enti enye joke republic na yete ho I wonder the kind of republic you wom. And you see this practice no enye new that is a normal trend under President Akuffo Addo, the man who promised and assured Ghanaians said me the presidency battle line so na ma fight corruption na ma make sure say galamsey ne na se for no. Look at the trend obekaya at the early stages and na abrantie friend na afraid open the same scandals here na pop up bust ne na se for no mine oil finance akwan so cotton di ye and ye sha say see ye cookie certain investigation around it ankosi ba bia egu ye wafa no hu di aye pious former deputy sports minister yes ye de ye friend saying disabled people kwa omokoye sa visa racketeering ne fraud aye gigi amamfo sika obi a onye disabled ni asese omo ahye mu gigi amamfo sika ehon sem baaye. That particular issue was never investigated. Ye brush so to say we ya and ye to ye former PPA boss amanase kochi na what contract don't come here all ton because PPA boss no within one kasa or powers and I will ensure say contract and then for a man for apply for and go through certain procedure and rano as go through. So a ban sign or nunya kwenya as a contract na or prove and sana ya dia man for who say a right and who call your procurement law numne kwanya ya for so everything is in order no. Nipano was selling contract to people, making money and selling it to himself, making cut. In the end, you know, because he's saying, you're freezing account of Krana, you're transferring money to fully account to them before and sana. You see a freezing account. And then some media no discussion pop up special prosecutor now new charges has been professed against him. We are taking him to a whole lot of joke around this whole thing because omunim say Ghana for now good day we do so the best way to meet us halfway no and they say omodis anema we be diagro then we go. That is the reality. Yet ho ene Bakaya senso wachi case ya ba yes of the Flagstaff House gate fee and son of who President Akuffo Addo. It became one of the your friends saying biggest scandal in recent times. And now video be circulate here broni bi can't the ordeals or go through in an attempt to see the president. Sika sa asanso boachi ne nimpo for Jeffrey ne ho. Asam no ba no. Even Parliament has set up a body to inquire into that particular matter. And I know the day, no, I'm considering because the majority and the minority could not even agree on the findings. So every year, no, minority in the report by, majority in the report by, and Kusiaga. And today, here we are. A sector minister. At the time a dollar when you dinner, the finance minister was out there, the communication minister was out there advocating the war dollar because system ne name mu aye no. A man from Famra etimienya over millions of dollars egu ne dem. Till date, nobody has been able to tell us. I said, my men and kasa kura because we are human legitimate. Na sikana wunya ne legit. You shouldn't have any problem telling people, yes, I had, and I said, I have this amount of money in my room. By sources, say that here, I proceed, and I said, dividend from this. Then we go. Till date, ma menun timim prove the source of that particular money. Now, we have this intra-agency warfare, the Yoko, the special prosecutor, and then your friend is saying the Yoko special prosecutor and AG singing different songs then as a forum. And you play on the minds of people, creating an impression that at least government attempting to do. So we go through some normal kind. Sometimes what a 1 hour ferry. So these are state institutions. And yade yadache and ye bibia show monsa. So momoyen na yenje on mining si because my catcher say on mine we be ye individual a state institution betimi strengthen na na ye effective no and betimi aboa yen amaya je on mine si wo but consistently no you could see clearly there is this inertia, there is this unwillingness on the part of these institutions because nipa no no feels that they are part of the administration, we are part of government, we are aligned to. So for that matter no, none of them and they are willing say issue no ba ye be approach with fairness. I bet me aboyen am yet me closer to this particular issue. Yes, a lot of people talking about Charles PCO. It's the same thing. It is the same scenario. And I am and the gentleman is out there. Akuffo Addo is supposed to create the tintin so. You see, so it's a normal trend. And the guy is never interested in the fight against corruption or can. Or that is why the recently make us say Akuffo Addo can't say na sa wo fa ne serious and now wo fa ne serious na sa agudie e wo wadwen mu enye wani so e wo wadwen mu because the man himself is not serious. He just says things just like that. Bra o meaning because onye committed to any of the things that he says. And Nema daddy in the case of Cecilia Dapaah, daddy clear say special prosecutor now share issue national. Na onye na adwen say odi kwa kosi baby. Yoko na yede man no enye na adwen. Na ejina nkasa so de wa wunim on na yede government orchestra. Issue no ba on say no. But this is somebody who is there to ensure say the interest of Ghana will be safeguarded. The interest of Ghana will be protected. Issue no ba. Then he will always be on the defense, trying to brush aside issues na ebenya da ade ahwehwe mahu se nipa no difo anase odibem no because ojetum na yehwehwem na se negative findings bi aba at the end of the day no a bit dent the credibility of the government. So he will do everything within his power to ensure say yebebo issues na to agu. And sir, the same trend no and abaye Cecilia Dapaah case we. Because say Akuffo Addo na binding them for ye serious. No more respected Ghanaian and say indeed we want a closure to this particular matter. A brand special prosecutor refer say issue no be a economy a money laundering. Then I say for an anti Yoko no mandate anti me pushing for to Yoko no. Then they conclude the matter and tell you say Abra transfer issue no there are other critical documents or muhia hoping senka OSP. The OSP is not living in China. OSP is a state institution in Ghana. So whatever documents we are free say one financial is just a matter of writing to the agency. And as a to there then that's a winner, you have power, the absolute power to initiate criminal your friend is saying inquiry in and as an investigation into the matter from the scratch. Now was what building your own case to ascertain say whether say allegations of money laundering and as for na no cry na say no cry na sources of that particular money, because every single investigation be obey no must conclude on the source of the money. And this a special prosecutor and furnish with the needed documents a bit more proceeding with your investigation. Nothing stop you from initiating the investigation from the scratch. And again, when you are investigating matters of that nature, no, you don't need advice of the AG, because you only need advice of the AG when you are going to prosecute. But share investigation at the preliminary stage. Then you write to Yoko, and as you write to the AG, asking him, say, documents are when you're free, special prosecutor, honyo, now may go through, do you think is necessary? Say, go ahead, not to prosecute, to investigate these allegations of money laundering. And the AG betraba say, oh, me head documents na or modia badana ye money laundering there munyai mamon investigating money laundering. When OSP no so say ma can say because all issue no ma ko duru ba bia aye money laundering na possible outcome no ntino on to me no. So it is because of that money laundering possible outcome and or walking in no and until up for the case in the kokoma I the special the comma your friend is saying Yoko hoping say Yoko will go into that particular subject and know what take it holistically, know why a proper investigation, because within the jurisdiction our more the resources that all the connections no I'll meet me boa. But I'm saying ni pana or to na my men or my friend no we no my friend is saying Tiwano or no what can that say or protect your abiding to no issue no cut on anymore instead of initiating your friend say that investigation, you know, and I shall see a year I did not follow case or documents where one fan counting your investigation me and ye even when the FBI correspondence is now more you know yen sanka documents, you know. So how do we proceed with the investigation? FBI is not living on the moon. So if the special prosecutor and outfit, you know, can engage with the FBI, now what you certain correspondence and they are telling you, say, because of confidentiality clauses are a woman, you know, they cannot route that documents to other agencies. Nothing stop you from engaging them. Say obenya clearance. And as portions of the documents, you know, has to be redacted. Say at least me any access to I bet me AD we got Ghana and US, we have this kind of collaboration. Sometimes, you know, some of these security agencies agree, depending on how sensitive this particular way, because we've been collaborating with them on a number of issues. So you see, this whole thing, Abraham University of Ghana, I think I was a year discussion be our radio universe. Make say yes, set the office of special prosecutor. Yet a home law not by ya. Make kind certain clauses and make say this is the most useless creation. They best say or minor seek assembly as a form, because free special prosecutor we buy a bebe cry and far bebe court. My enca say oh special prosecutor I find a bebe guilty and a bebe echo them. Sabi away gun and you say oh special prosecutor buy. Look at the number of people we are paying them in that particular office. Independent or independent that is a joke, because the special prosecutor pick up issue or pick up issue or handle AG and you're interested or betting file for the discontinuation of that particular case. So any case be a special prosecutor and Fabiano AG must agree in total and they can proceed or file for discontinuation of that particular case. And it's society where lies the independence of this special prosecutor. And to your mind, we are serious and you are really committed to the fight against corruption and as a former, you don't need to be setting up many offices. You rather need to empower the existing state institution, the AG and as a former. more prosecutorial powers, no. Now what show mo kana resources now we push you no. If only you are willing. But then aka my ho chere yenya business environment, you know, I so unfriendly ama even multinational companies in the class say omuntimi and stand they are all moving away, no. That on mine no ne. Yet ha state agencies they Ghana for adwini di agro. All because the whole thing ejia towards Cecilia Dapaah na de yentimi finding the guilty because sika ni sika na yo mu nyiro mu sika na mo aboabo ano for campaign and they koguni them unfortunately net wate so on kwan entimi bear criminal liabilities so far as that particular money na ya find them is concerned so they will do everything to ensure say ya be yi no free hook na no na de no de aba audio ni video evidence na se for ka ho kra no na yam prosecute obia yet he had the good professor from Pomboating at discating evidence in the revelations better abonten involving big wins in government or moya galam saying in as a form. At the end of the day, no, the man was demonized, he was insulted. In fact, there were certain media people I employ or more just to ensure that they denigrate the man. As I'm not papa no and then I have foolish case. But there were evidence, there were audios, there were some of the evidence were incontrovertible. There was nothing anybody could do. But under this government, they did all they could to ensure, say, you better kill that particular matter. And the Cecilia Dapaah issue aba, na ye timie kun issue no cultural say evidence be anywhere say woman no commit any act of criminality. Clearly, say. The almost say na no movie because me am tell and come metena me kasa me ka ho asem if they've been able to tell us baby am amenu nya ni sika no free ye and no that will kill the matter but when I walk out say what kill issue no investigation what kill no till date nobody knows where those monies come from as to whether say okoton kokko as to whether say ebinum si ni nua na wu ye na omo ebon sade ma no so how the woman got that huge sums of money. And when the woman watch chibu or dukum or the be a sham pass or the be a show drop till date, nobody. And we a state institution have a catch as a clear now. You are a joke. You are a joke. That is what I'm saying, sir. The no has to do with a certain attempt a buy no hair try to free people. Now no yet I'm catch as I am Maslak boss. I could discount as a form. The money is involved. And ye unite here, so be the only sabo my come fine. Ye jelina and your bonnet. Now we have monies and ye quote to and yes it Maslok boss no dear nunti ye ko jeluni 10 years no. Now had amount of money involved in this Cecilia Dapaah case and several other cases involving people within this Akuffo Addo government. Clearly say the government is a joke. And on your willing and to say, William Crowdy, I think it's understatement. He's never committed. To say, on ye not being because the president, more or less, you know, it's like a promoter. He's the one enticing people to go into this act of stealing from the state because we know they will use state institution to clear you. A bit and they use the same state institutions and they are clear Cecilia Dapaah and now where the twists and turns also around this particular issue. What to now we just say a time, but that is the reality under Akuffo Addo's government. And you are a comfortable jailing others, because they were in the previous government into a year way. Fair enough, but under your government, look at what is going on. The number of corruption cases, the scandals, the amount of money are involved. Then I say for no, conveniently. Now our finance are so now our cover now clear nipa not in chain because under what? How do you convince even the Marine to believe that Cecilia Dapaah case we you killing the issue without telling or proving to people how she got those money? Sorry, let me work on my internet. So, like I said, per report na wa bontin no nyina no, it's as simple as this. Aye, Godfrey Dapaah say, aye Cecilia Dapaah case no. Special prosecutor akele case no end no because investigation na oye no. Wa hu at the body be a Cecilia Dapaah sika no amfa kwan papa so na nyaaye. Then the special prosecutor office Bible Ntibeka said, no, there is nowhere mwaka say omwa Cecilia Dapaah and omunyan kele case no. But an investigation could do baby say now or enter into a realm of money laundering. And say or enter into a realm of money laundering there or free say Yoko and the mandate. I bet me go deeper into issues related to money laundering. And the or San and Krata at the Akoma Yoko, na Yoko any investigation. Yoko J, knowing very well what the special prosecutor is asking them to do, no. This is what they did. Oje and Krata na no cho letter the Kokoma Godfrey Dapaah AG. Oh no, the mandate is all protect Akuffo Addo in the regime because Godfrey Dapaah has never done anything that HSA or secure the interests of Ghana and Nasa and so forth. It's all about protecting this particular regime. And 10 man or show response to Yoko for catch up. So we have special prosecutor investigation or na. Onyenya any negative finding. Papa no say investigation or na onyenya but because baby are all corner anything all handing over. And how then do you conclude this investigation now and when you're criminal will be against Cecilia Dapaah na money laundering when now we all cannot cry no or go ahead to investigate and for so be a niso entino chaso and a Yoko Bible and take and Cecilia Dapaah case my chaso because me trokoma attorney general no or say issues are related to money laundering na se for no special prosecutor na anya ho hwe ntino. And I think documents that here say betimi aboa ma statement na se for no ma or the chance here what this investigation one fa ba kokora ma yen. But what stop you from going back to the special prosecutor and asking say Charlie document case na mo so mo no can you furnish us with the early statement na we take here from the witnesses and the people involved no obetimi dia man na and correspondence na won FBI or America enya no can you share that with us? And it's a winner response from them, then that will inform you the next line of action as a we take it. But you didn't do all these things. Oh my God, just because other critical documents about my investigation on Sanka. Come on. This can only happen in Ghana. This can only happen in Ghana. And here we are, always on TV, lamenting, talking, among 40 TV, so on daily basis. The fight against corruption, we are not winning though. We are rather promoting it. Because that is what Akuffo Addo and his your friend is saying Highlands, that is what they've been doing from day one. Because I'm not sure, so even the president himself, our moral convictions over catch up investigate because Ono Ankasa has been a subject in a lot of criminal allegations about bunting. Because in the case, our alleged his involvement in corruption and as a foreign young can was him. Al Jazeera investigation, I indicted the credibility of the president. Young can was him. To the extent even the vice president, former finance minister, they were all involved. So I know that every single person within the government, from the high echelons to the downtrodden, has been fingered in the act of corruption. Filthy scandals, and I normal for them, and then they are getting away with it. I'm only hoping, say, in the future, we will not let things be said. Namum, yebenya people are very committed. So you better get to the bottom of these issues because this WSR music I don't expect and Akuffo Addo he will willingly avail some of these individuals for criminal prosecution. He will never do that. You know very well, sir. He will do everything to protect these tiny criminals. he will do all he can within his power to ensure that he will shield them from criminal prosecution. By the time will come, everybody will answer for the crime because I say, and this are buying free to call, you know. Ama former your friends a muscle boss no ehwa beda ho ama ene yatimi atam no akọ prosecutor no mana yeye ama ne 10 years on konkodama. I'm sure that in the future no nothing will stop the state any aban so be taking up these individuals one after the other and hold them accountable because yanya and me yes say kro e de na nyina yenkom because ebasa kasana ya kasana corruption no we no say na mfaso bi ani so se nipa no face criminal prosecution not coming out clean then obia conscience by clear say oh na nsema na sana ye kan kura na nya sa na na ti o na issue no bad ya brushing aside na there ya kura na say we are using state institutions a video on the taxpayer. Amount for ton pure water near your taxes, amount for ton near money, amount for salary near taxes, you know. And they usually feed these institutions and they go out there and they do this silly, foolish job. Just to conceal the critical fact. I bet me I'm getting our money back, you know. They are doing all they could to ensure that they protect a particular regime. That is not the way to go. That is not. And again, it's our issue a link to a kaswa issue na you know.